How's it going, everyone? Today's a special day. If you've been paying attention, you would know that at the end of the Odilita questline, even throughout the Odilita questline, there is this, talk about a specific alternate dimension called the Elvia realm, which not Ghanaians, but Ahibs use to train themselves in order to fight and prepare themselves for the fight against Hadum. Because supposedly Hadum is supposed to come and say hello to our world. Hadum is quite dangerous, generally speaking, and it seems that we are not really prepared, theoretically speaking, to deal with this Hadum fellow. But the Ahibs managed to collect the ancient magic of, is it thanks to the tourism, or we don't exactly know, but they managed to make this portal towards what they call the Elvia realm, which is an emulation of how the world would look like after Hadum invaded it. That's why you have Elvia monsters, which are monsters jacked up on magical cocaine, essentially. And to put it in perspective, even when you open your basic things in Marni and you look at the AP requirements of the Elvia stuff, you would notice that the basic line is 240 AP and it increases obviously up until 310 AP required to be able to grind in Elvia. Now, Elvia realm is particular because it has been changed over and over again. Now you can simply access it by clicking on Elvia realm. This would make your character do, well, it would say warning, and one of the most important things is that normal monsters and other NPCs are unavailable here, having fled from Hadum's infestation.
Which is awesome if you want to take pictures for Halloween.
Yes. Now, but there's a thing. Once you finish the Odilita questline, and you have the proper level, there is actually an Elvia questline, which is recommended for all families to do, because at the end of this questline, you would know more about the Elvia realm, but also you get a permanent HP, DP, and AP buff on your family, which obviously we like because AP gets quite expensive the more you level up, and it's a good way to, have fun. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and learn about Elvia, Kzarka, and the barrier of Infestation. Hey, do you feel that? Some kind of presence, alien in nature. We need to keep our guard up. Apparently, some famous and quite talented adventurers are said to have gone missing, here and there. It is said that they were heading towards Odilita Olun's Valley, you know, that hideout of the Dark Knights. Well, we've gotten much stronger now. Let's head over to the hideout of your sister in Olun's Valley. Surely they'll welcome us. Yes, we have special interactions because I'm using the Dark Knight. And since the Dark Knight is what? A Dark Knight?
Elvidir.
Oh, Elvidir. Obviously, if you talk about a Dark Knight hideout, well, technically your character is related. And obviously, Erithiel is here. So, Olun Valley, you can see it because of the quests. But you can see that he's there.
Although we Dark Knights are dispersed for now,
Oh, I knew it.
preparing
I knew
for
you'd
the
sense
vast
something and
approach
come
of
here,
darkness.
especially due to that black spirit inside you. It told you, did it not? I was in need of a sister to plant the seed to connect that realm to our world. I've already sent out a few ahead of you, but nothing so far. If you're strong enough to make it to Odilita, you should already be somewhat familiar with Hadum. Because, they're not gonna do an introduction here, but probably, if you paid attention, you'd know.
Thornwood
Not well.
Watchers.
Watch our
This
videos.
must be their doing.
And this may sound rather bleak, but it has already begun. This encroachment of Hadum, the god of despair from another realm, Hadum seeks to consume our world into her own Elvia. her on Elvia. Her. Hey, no, you said her.
Yeah, but
We
we
don't.
have a big issue about the gender of Hadum, because sometimes it's God, sometimes it's he, sometimes it's her, sometimes it's it. Statistically speaking, in the original language, as a fellow adventurer explained several times on the lore channel of the official Discord of Black Desert, in Korean you don't have genders, something like in English, unless you have to specify it, like willingly. And usually, apparently, in the original questline, so in Korean, the gender of Hadum is not said, made some exceptions, and even in that exceptions, sometimes is a he, sometimes is a she. Might be a shapeshifter, since her beloved Ibedor, the snake, is a shapeshifter as well, and we know, even in real life, that several mythology have shape-shifting gods. Hadum might be very gender fluid.
Let's just say that seeing as Hadum is a god, it could be anything it wants. So
Yeah, because also in English they might use God as a neutral term, like generic term, and not like specifically the male term. However, we have goddesses like Sylvia that we know it's referred as feminine for several reasons.
yeah, Elvia is the world beyond Camus, devoid of any hope. You know, that alien presence you've been sensing as of late, that is Hadum. The Black Death which wiped out half the continent in the past, the Black Spirit which consumed Camasilvia. And now, through the Camasil, whose light was restored, it has arrived upon the realm of the weak humans, Serendia. Because remember, the Elvia expansions were released slowly by regions. So first it was Serendia, and now we have Calcium, which is still being fully released. In the future we will see for others.
In theory, probably Medea and Valencia will come as well. The point is that in the story we have these special trees like Camasilv, who are beacons for darkness, because if you have darkness and suddenly you light up something, of course that will spike some attention, right?
That would attract attention.
Will attract attention. So that's the point. Black spirits, dark creatures from this other realm where Hadum is the sovereign, are attracted by the light, and through Camasil can enter our world. The idea is that through Camasil and through this beacon, they started to spread from Camasilvia and Odillita, and reached Calphion and Serendia.
Right.
This should be the general idea.
For Hadum's infestation is a fate worse than death itself. Its manifestation differs from case to case, but as history shows, your entire body will rot away, and as your memories and emotions fade, leaving you eternally bound as a servant of Hadum. This is probably also built on the old lore, on the way that the Black Spirit possession would transform adventurers. In fact, if you want to see still what was thought that the Black Spirit does to you, you can go to Kafra's cave, and there you will see people possessed by the Black Spirits.
The hollows, basically.
Yeah.
Which is a bit also the concept of the hollow hypes you can find in the Crypt of Resting Thought, in the Abyss.
Yeah, but those hit harder. Like, go to Kafra's cave first, because there you actually stand a chance to learn the lore. Because if you go in the Crypt of Resting Thoughts, prepare some lube, get a priest so they can say a prayer for your ass, and yeah.
You can use the zoom to watch them from afar, so you don't.
No, don't do that. Last time I did that, I woke up dead on the horse, so don't do that. Listen to me, not to Lema. Lema's crazy. Our forces need to come together to fight against Hadum. Lay aside all past grievances. Referencing, of course, the war between the Ganels and the Vedir, and then the Ahibs joining the war. You know, it's quite messy.
Also the fact that we've lost Atarat.
Don't do that. Don't say that, yeah? All of us in the world in the same boat. Oh, I guess I forgot to say are in the same boat. You have to take a look at that map.
We already lost too many people, and there's only a few of us left. I can't stay here to stop
Here's the
scouting
map.
either.
Fun fact.
I know, my love, I know.
Parts of Selendia infested by Hadum are marked.
It's the same map
Looks-
you can find. It's the same exact model that is in the Dragon Palace, by the way.
Yeah, I gotta say that they're not very good at
don't
cartography.
trust cartographies in Black Desert because they hired a certain artist, very capable, by the way, but they didn't really communicate with them properly. So they are a nice piece of furniture, but not very reliable.
So Hadum infested Serendia. The following regions in Serendia are painted in black: Swamp habitat, Swamp Fogan habitat, Castle Ruins, Orc Camp, Birkadi Den, Altar Imp habitat, and Blood Monastery. In fact, this is referencing the zones that I showed earlier in the with the Magnus realm, which are the zones where you can grind in Elvia. And it seems the sisters are currently focused on Glish, which lies at the center of it all.
Always Grish, man.
Always Glish.
Always on Donut. Donut. You had to Donut.
Yeah.
Although we
Truth be
don't
told,
like to disperse
Hadum's
for
Elvia
now,
realm
we're
used to
always
require a gem of
preparing
imbalance to
for
access it,
approaching darkness.
which is... However, this time, things are different. Having desired this world for so long, Hadum has modeled the realm in similar fashion. That map was created from the collected account of adventurers with black spirits like yourself. I know not whenever they be alive or dead. However, now is the time for us to dive into the fray. Remember, even if you die with a black spirit, you can't really die because you get resurrected and sent back in time or in the future. It's
Thornwood
not
watchers.
clear.
This must be their doom.
Hadum may be an unfamiliar foe to this
What
world.
monstrosities are they trying to
Actually,
make?
not really, since it's been referenced since the beginning of the quest
Yeah,
right
but
now.
it's not really in here. Like we have like the hints of like that Hadum is coming, but we don't have Hadum physically in the...
Technically, okay, at the end of Mountain of the Eternal Winter, what Jordan... Spoilers, stop your ears. Okay, when Jordan takes is a fragment of Hadum. So you would say that since there's a fragment,
Yeah, but it's like when you are at the sea and you are just putting the feet to see if the water is cold.
like that track meme, like, But I think we will fare better facing her as one than alone. We may not be able to see that world with our own eyes, but maybe by the Kamasil, which can connect Hadum's realm to ours, we too may be able to see the truth. Remember that place you saw on the map? Glish, was it? Deep underground, where the light don't shine, plant this young Kamasil tree away from human eyes. They won't suspect you with your fame and reputation, so no need to even make a fuss of trying to hide from them. They probably won't believe you if you told them, for they see nothing with their eyes alone.
By the way, there is already another quite evident and undeniable tree at the beginning of Media, and so like it's totally believable. By the way,
They would rather believe that the world they see is the real thing, for that is the only way they can rest easy. This is obviously a reference to the fact that humans...
okay, I understand. They said that it's not believable, not the tree, but the actual thing that Hadum is coming. By the way, in Velia, they would quite believe you probably, but...
Yeah, so what's important is to understand that while people in... like, we even got the item.
Yeah, it's
A seed of the young Kamasil placed in your care as requested by Anchor, the chief of Dark Knights residing in Olun Valley. Plant the seed in the underground chamber of Glish. Oh, I have an idea. I can swap between them and travel fast.
Yeah, it's better, it's better. You were on the horse, yeah? Yeah.
But because
It matters because if you switch when you are dismounted, you won't have the horse next to you.
Gotcha.
When you switch.
So it's fine because with her is like, and then this I can make my way to the fountain of God. Anyway, so what's interesting to see here is that in this quest line, it's still happening earlier than the rework of Valanos. So technically you have to consider that it's the old questline of Balanos that we have explained and did before, where you don't have Emma Bartali invoking Hadum.
Yeah, but anyway, like it actually matches also the new thing though. Because in the end, again, we don't really have Hadum in the world yet.
Yeah, so like Hadum is like we see signs and bits of Hadum, but not really. We don't really have like concrete evidence that Hadum is there. Like it's not like a full-scale invasion, like the orcs, for example, or I'm not sure, like when you.
It's not Kzarka that physically pops off every now and then and gets killed.
Yeah, it seems that Hadum is staying a bit at the top, kind of the bad guys of the bad guys, replacing Ilezra, because a lot of people were theorizing that Ilezra is the evil character of Black Desert, whereas Ilezra is kind of neutral and doing her own thing, backstabbing us in the process. I don't know why they did that, like...
I'm still thinking that they will try to pull out the actually Ilezra always tried to save you all, but couldn't actually reveal that.
Yeah, so...
I still have this theory. Also because Black Desert never been about good and evil, thank God, because if there's something I can't stand is the fucking story of good versus evil, because it worked when you are 5.
Yeah.
Okay, when you are a little bit older, the whole thing about good versus evil, it's kind of boring and very simplistic.
Yeah, it doesn't really match. Black Desert has, even the first iteration of the road, which we saw yesterday, it was more than just good versus evil. You were a neutral mercenary. You weren't even the hero of the story. In fact, you probably could contribute to arguably quote-unquote evil facts. But it was still more complex. So here's the same thing, like the story should remain complex. What is interesting though is that you have this massive god, which you don't care if it's good versus evil, because this god tends to take control of things and kind of turn them into ashes and take, like torture and years of darkness and no good crops, which people kind of need to eat, and probably people don't really digest as well like black energy as we do, so not.
By the way, friendly reminder to remember all those nice talks about we have to stay united to fight against Hadum and whatnot, and then we'll have the War of the Roses.
Yeah, so technically we're supposed to be united and unite to fight Hadum, but actually what's happening is adventurers with black spirits, which by the way were not